All right, finally, I'm going to start putting this together as a drawing. So I'm going to go to create a drawing. I like to use my ANSI B sheet. If it's not already on there, you go to ANSI, show Onshape templates, and get your B sheet. I think I just did an A sheet by accident, but that's okay. I'll fix it. And I can actually go to assemblies and bring in the assembly. I'm going to bring it in full scale, 1:1. And I want the isometric, and I want the exploded position like that. And that's okay because I am going to go over to this sheet. Oops. And I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to go to properties. And I just wanted this to be a B size sheet. So there we go. Okay. So now I got a better view of what that should look like. And I can see this was clearly too big. I'm going to go back down to half scale. I am going to just trying to think if there's anything else I want to do in here, looking at it. I'm going to go here. I would like to put a solid one. No, in an isometric. And since I did the one, I must do the other, a 1:2. 1:2. And I'm going to put a bill of materials in we can either go to the top corner or the bottom corner. I want to do this one. There we go. And I like to snap it on there. Part number and description. Okay. And under here, I believe I can add anything I want in these. So I can go in and start typing in each of the individual things. And I want to do some call outs. And this is part 3. And this is part 5. And you see how adding these call outs in is going to tell us what we are. 1, 6, 4, and 2. Okay. I'm going to check that off. All right, so we have to go back into the assembly quick to just adjust our what's called a bill of materials table. And we can add or remove columns from here. So like I'm going to add the name column, and that's got all our blocks. And I'm actually going to come in here. Let's see, can I remove columns? So I'm just going to keep the column I want, which is the name column. It's got the quantity and the item, and that will do nicely. So coming back into the drawing now, I'm going to have to update this, as you can see, updated from this workspace. And that will update it. Now it's got all of my parts on the table there, all set up. And I've got everything I think I want in this. All right, and now the last thing I'm just going to do is I'm going to take both of these views and I'm going to do show shaded views to get the colors back in here. Show shaded view, show shaded view. Okay, and just down here on the list, I'm going to super zoom in. I got my name, I got the date. Everything on the bottom table should be capitalized. This is drawing number 1, so we're just going to say number 1. And then in the middle block of the title here, I'm going to say Soma Cube Assembly. Okay, so that is the nuts and bolts of what we're doing. After this, we are going to start adding sheets. So under drawings for sheets, I'm just going to add more sheets. So I'm going to come up here to sheet and I'm going to insert a sheet. And this will be sheet 2. Size A, 2. I could change it. If we were on a B size paper, it would all be B. Since I'm on an A size paper, that's fine. And I'm going to do one of these sheets for each drawing. And this is sheet 2 of 2. The scale will come in automatically. And the number we're going to reference here is, I think this is going to be the V block. So I'm just going to call it, I'm going to title it correctly, all in capital letters, V block. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to dimension all of these shapes on here. So that is how we do the shapes or the different sheets. And I'm going to insert and I'm going to go from, I don't want my assembly when I insert here, I want to actually insert from another area. So I don't want assembly, I want to go click on insert physically, and that'll bring up my part studio, or I can go other places. And I'm just going to start with my V block, and I'm fairly confident I can do my V block 1-to-1 scale for all of these, even on an A size piece of paper. And I'm going to want to look at it from the top view. I'm just going to bring that in. Front view, top view, and if you have to, we'd go to project. We project a side view. So project a side view, and then I'm also going to project off of this an isometric view. So there's my isometric, which I will shade. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to right click and I'm going to, I don't want to do that. I want to do show shaded view. Please show shaded view. Okay, it's thinking. All right, and then all we have to do for this is we have to dimension. And I'm going to do a lesson on dimensioning. So I'm only going to dimension this one for you on the computer. And then I'm going to give you a sheet with all of them, and you're going to be responsible for dimensioning yourself. But, we're going to go in here and we're going to dimension. I'm going to dimension conventionally here, 2.0. That's fine. I can actually go here on the precision and tolerances. And I mean, for this one, it's not so precise. I do want the units to be in inches fractional. With a precision of 1/16, that's like my usual default. And if you want to go in and change your settings to make that your default, that's fine. And then I'm going to just get rid of trailing zeros. And that's for dual inches. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to close this now. And I'm just going to go in and dimension following the dimension rules. Like I try to dimension on the sides with the contours. So this side has contours and that one doesn't. So I've got those. Once again, contours. Oops, I don't need that. That would be naughty. I'm going to do one more time. Here to here. Pop. Here to here. Pop. And then it doesn't really matter if you do it on the top or the side view, but we do have to do a dimension to give the depth. So I'm going to do it in top view just because I feel like it. And this is all the dimensions we would need. The scale comes in automatically as the second sheet. And you would do the same thing for all the sheets. And I'm providing you with something that is the correct answer. You do not have to follow it exactly. There are other ways to get the right answer, but you are more than free to follow the example I provide you. So this is how you would get them on the sheets and go through them. If you have to go back and look at other sheets, you can open the panel up here. Like I can go back to the assembly anytime I want, look at sheet 1, and there we go. So good luck. And finally, when you're all done and you have all of them ready, you can right click and you export that to a PDF. You name it. Show underlines and overridden dimensions. View export rules, format PDF. And I believe this will export all sheets. So let us see if we can do it with all sheets, or if after it is done, yes, it comes with all sheets. So there you go. So once you're done, you'll have that downloaded. You can hand that in to me for the Soma Cube and move right along. So good luck.